Hi Knitters, it's Maggie from Knitting in the Park. Thanks for joining me in another video update or vlog on this channel. I hope you've got something hot to drink. I've got my mango and bergamot tea that I'm sipping on, and let's get cozy and chat for a while. So I haven't been posting either on the blog or here quite as much. Even Instagram's been a little bit quiet. It's because I haven't been knitting as much, and the knitting that I have been doing has been a little bit bigger projects that just don't lend to updates all the time. So recently, within the past couple months, I had a cousin of mine who gave birth, and it's a firm belief that I think my grandmother must have instilled in me subconsciously, that every baby should have some kind of heirloom knit. So for this baby, I knew I wanted to make a baby blanket, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and I didn't even know I was ready to dive into another baby blanket, to be honest, because they take a lot longer than some of the other projects that I've been working on, and I didn't know if I had energy for it. So I started thinking about what I wanted to do, what would be a fun and enjoyable, but also kind of easy knit project for me at the time, because I do have a 1-year-old that's running around trying to climb everything, falling off everything. We have near-death experiences like all the time. Not actually, so don't come at me. He's fine. He's just very active. So I went on Pinterest and was starting to look in some stitch libraries, and I remembered that I've been really wanting to try the bubble stitch. I tried it before, but didn't realize, I don't know why, that you need to alternate the sections to get the rounded bubble pattern. So I was like, I don't know why this isn't turning out, and just frogged the whole thing. But I've given it another go, and I've fallen in love. So in the description box below this video, I'll link to the baby blanket pattern. I don't have it with me because I've actually already gifted the baby blanket, and it's been really well received. So everybody that's seen this bubble stitch baby blanket has been blown away by it, which is kind of funny because it's a really easy 12-row repeat pattern. It's a free pattern I've got on knittinginthepark.com. You can just hop over to knittinginthepark.com, click on blog, and it'll be right there. You can search for it on the website, or you can just click it in the description box below this video. So I've chosen to make it 3 different colors. You can really customize this any way you want. You can alternate between 2 colors. You can make it 1 solid color. The key with what makes my pattern, this free pattern, different from some other bubble stitch patterns is, A, I've not done any border on it. You can always add one if you want, but I found you don't really need it with this because the blanket lays flat. You don't need to worry about curling edges. Also, it's just something added to, think about and to do. So I just knit it without, and then I've doubled up the yarn. So this is a double stranded pattern, so you'll need at least 2 skeins of each color depending on how you're going to alternate it. Like I said, this blanket features 3 different colors. I did pink, white, and yellow, and the 2 ends are pink, then it's white, and then it's yellow in the center, so you don't need quite as much of that 3rd color. It's really just for a pop. And the pattern has everything you need in terms of when to switch the colors and everything, but like I said, once you get this pattern, you can just be off to the races. I mean, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can add a border, you can switch up the colors. It's super easy to edit if you're a more comfortable knitter, or you're more comfortable with playing around with math and patterns. So as long as you have a multiple of 4 for your stitch count, that's great, and just add 3 stitches on so you can kind of offset your pattern, your bubbles. So that's that. You can find the bubble stitch baby blanket pattern in the description and on my website. What else? So that, like I said, took up a lot of my time and was one of the reasons that I wasn't posting quite frequently. Then coupled with a little bit of pain in my wrist, elbow, and shoulder blade, it just kind of took some time off of knitting, and I wanted to kind of use that time I wanted to use that time to refill my cup. I'm a firm believer in you can't pour from an empty cup, So I needed to kind of rest and restore and recuperate, and that's where we are now. Also, I work on my own. I have a marketing consulting business, digital marketing, that I run out of my house here, so that occupies most of my day. And with one of my clients, I've recently gotten more into recording YouTube videos, and now I'm doing podcast episodes. So that's been taking a lot of my creative energy as well. And also, the time where I would normally be filming my own YouTube videos, I'm now filming for somebody else, and it's been a blast, and I'm really excited to do it, but I've realized that I miss doing it for myself as well. So while I'm not quite ready to start a knitting podcast, although I would really love to, I've been actually listening to a lot more podcasts on my own, so if you have a knitting podcast that you love, please comment it in the thread below this video so that I can start to listen to it with you, and maybe we can chat about it over on Instagram too. So tag me in anything you post there at Knitting in North Park on Instagram. Knitting in the Park was taken. But yeah, so listening to podcasts, I'm going to start getting back into YouTube videos, posting an update, and lots more projects, so hopefully more patterns. Right now I'm knitting through or using some of my spare yarn. I'm trying to de-stash or declutter my stash. So I'm taking some of the leftover yarn that I've had from other projects and knitting a lot of baby hats. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to end up selling these hats on my Etsy account or if I'm going to donate them. Recently, I, in lieu of knitting, have been taking my time in trying to collect diapers to donate to a local charity called the Genesis House of Pittsburgh. And we were able to donate a Tundra pickup bed worth of diapers and wipes to the Genesis House of Pittsburgh, which was amazing. So a huge thank you to my friends and family who helped out with that. I think depending on whether I start donating hats or if I don't end up donating them, but you want to help and figure out, I think I might do a donation drive in general to help the Genesis House of Pittsburgh and other local charities to stock up on warm clothing, maybe handmade, for winter. So we get some brutal weather here in Pittsburgh, and knit hats, it might sound superfluous or fun, but they're definitely needed for babies and small children in my area. And it's just, I can't think of what it must be like for these moms who maybe can't afford diapers or formula or live paycheck to paycheck. And I just want to put a smile on their faces. And if they walk in, you know, going for something like the necessities, and they see that somebody has gifted them a hand knit present for their child, it's got to be heartwarming, and sometimes I think it's the least I can do. So we'll keep you posted on there may be a project coming there that you can help me with. And I think there's going to be, as I work towards that, some hat patterns that I'm designing. So I'm taking some of my adult size patterns and sizing them down for children, for babies, toddlers, and small kids. And who knows, maybe if you commit to donating a hat, I might gift you the pattern for free. So there will be some more tutorials, I'm sure, associated with those hats and those different knitting patterns, and some blog content and just updates here. So I apologize for the hiatus and am making a commitment to being more active here. So if you're a recent follower, welcome. Hi, nice to meet you. I hope we are getting off on the right foot. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much for continuing to subscribe to this channel and follow along on the blog and my Instagram. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better. Thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and you enjoy your whatever project you have on your needles right now.